What's up, everybody? It's Jizzy up in here again. I just wrapped up my Psychopathic Records CD collection, and now, as I promised, I'm going to review every last one of them, starting off with the earliest releases all the way up to the current releases. So, without further ado, let's get into it. My first ever review, Inner City Posse, I.C.P. Bass-Ment Cuts, their first album. I know they did one called Intelligence and Violence beforehand, but I'm not going to do that one. I got this off of Hatchet Gear several years ago. Excuse me. I have a bare bones case here. Just a disc in the tray here. Pretty simple. Got the track listing back here. Got the Violent J right there. Looking weird as fuck. Snagged this off of Hatchet Gear for like $10. I think it was like 2006, 2007. I don't remember the exact year. I just listened to this album. Now, before I review this, I'm going to say that before I review the albums that I review, I'm going to listen to them right before I make the video. That way I can give a God-honest opinion about the album. It's going to be no bullshit, no bias shit. No, not every song's going to be an A+. Not every album's going to be a 5-star album. I'm very unbiased, and I'm very particular about how I like my music. I'm very particular about certain sounds and certain styles of music. And I.C.P. as a juggalo is no different than with I.C.P. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's cool, it's cool. So basically, I just listened to this little EP. So it's got 8 songs on it. They were recorded on a karaoke machine, and they basically stole the beats from other rappers. It's kind of a Violent J solo album, Bass-Ment Cuts. It's kind of a Violent J solo album, because he does the great majority of the vocals on this album. He, with the exception of Ghetto Style and the I.C.P., it's all Violent J. Too Dope didn't rap. His brother, Too Dope's brother, John Kickjazz, was in this group at the time. He provided a couple verses, but you know, it's all a Violent J album basically. This is kind of like a street bootleg type joint right here. The one thing I will say though is the beats bang. It has an NWA Straight Out of Compton feel to it. I think that Violent J was going for that sound for this album. He was going for. I'm assuming that he was heavily influenced by Ice-Cube and Dr. Dre and MC Ren. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He even says on Twitter that he's a big Ren fan and Ice-Cube fan, and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna break down every track and tell you how I feel about it. The intro is just Violent J rapping over kind of like a funky. I can't remember what beat this is. It's very familiar though. It's basically him representing himself. It's not bad, but it's not great. I give it a B-, and it flows into the next song called "Set It Off." "Set It Off" it samples a Parliament song. I forgot what song it is. The George Clinton group Parliament from the 1970s. It's one of his classic songs. You can hear it the bass line. I can't remember the name of the song. It's a classic song, but I can't remember the name of it at this point. This is a very good song. It could definitely hear the NWA influence here, even though he even dissed NWA in the song, believe it or not. Compared Ice-Cube to Barry Manilow. Very good song, very catchy, beat to it, very old school funk type joint. Violent J did a very good job with the flow. His rhymes were on point, even for a karaoke joint. It was very good. I give this an A+. It's absolutely great. Lockdown, track number 3. It's kind of the beat has like a bass feel to it. It's kind of like more of a bass-driven song. It's a very short song. It's just kind of just more of the same from Violent J, just rapping about the streets and shit, kind of NWA type gangster rap type shit. I give it a C+. It's not that great. I find myself skipping it every time I listen to it. Number 4, Bitches, not to be confused with the Amazing Chuckle Brothers version of Bitches, which features the late great Old Dirty Bastard from the Wu-Tang Clan, R.I.P. The beat to this is very good. I really like the beat to it. It's a the rhymes and stuff is very cliche, even for a gangster rap song. It's kind of this is rapping about bitches, basically self-explanatory. I give it a C, even a C. Number 5, Insane Like. This is the only song that I would consider wicked on the album. It has a horrorcore type feel to it. It has it's basically Violent J rapping about being a psycho killer, rapist, murderer, you know, all the above. It's very good. The beat is really cool. Another funk sample to it. Nice bass line. Dark piano joint. It's got like a piano riffs on it. Very good song. I give it an A. Track 6. Play That Hoe. It's kind of like Bitches. It's kind of pretty much the same in terms of subject matter. Just rapping about bitches and shit like that. It's better than Bitches. In terms of lyrics, the beat is also kind of on par with it. It's a Compton's Most Wanted beat. I can't remember the name of it either. I can't remember the name of any of these beats. I know the artists, but I can't remember the name of most of them. It's Compton's Most Wanted beat. I know that. I give it a B-. It's not insanely better than Bitches, but it's a little bit better. I can tolerate it more than I can Bitches. Track 7, Ghetto Style. It has John Kickjass on this one. Shaggy 2 Oaks' brother. He did okay. I mean, it kind of has a 2 Live Crew feel to it, kind of like a Miami bass type joint. It's not awful, but it's not that great either. John Kickjass does kind of sound like 2 Dope in terms of his vocal structure rather. It's not bad. It's short, but I mean, I skip it every time I listen to it. I give it a C+. And the final track, the I.C.P, the beat is really good. That's what really saves this song. The rapping is short. There's not really a whole ton of rapping on here. It's mostly Violent J on here repping the I.C.P. He's just giving shout outs and shit, and he's dissing other people. Not dissing like in terms of rapping, dissing like a diss track, but more of a fuck you, I'm gonna shoot your ass type shit, you know. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but the beat is what really saves this. That's what makes this anywhere near tolerable. I give it also a C+. In all, this album was recorded on a karaoke machine, so the sound quality is garbage. I don't listen to this album very much at all. I haven't listened to this album. This is the first time I've heard it in like 3 years. I very rarely. There's nothing on here that really sticks out besides Set It Off and Insane Like. That's my favorite songs on here. Those 2 right there. Everything else is kind of skippable. The only time that I ever listen to this song, I always listen to those 2, and then I take it out and listen to something else. In all, this 1 out of 5 stars, this would get a 2.5 out of 5 on a good day. Maybe 2 out of 5. I give it a 2 out of 5 for this album. It could have been a hell of a lot better if it had a better sound quality. The sound quality is what brings this album down, in my opinion. But yeah. Next review is going to be Dog Beats. I'm going to review that one later on today. It's four-track song album, 4-track album. It's not really going to take a lot of time to do that one. But yeah, man, hope you enjoyed the review. Much motherfucking wicked clown love, y'all. Whoop whoop.